United Methodist Women for their invitation to speak to you this morning. I want to thank Alexis for being my guest this morning. Miss Johnny told me she forgot to acknowledge her, and I also want to thank Miss Johnny for her introduction. I had to admit that I sort of received an unofficial heads up about my invitation. It was about, I'm not going to call any names, but yeah, we had a festival about 3 weeks ago, fall festival for the youth, the week before Halloween at the church. So I came here one Saturday morning to help them set up for the youth, and I had a couple of the ladies to ask me, had I been told that I was going to be the speaker for Women's Day. I said no. So I guess it was fair to say that it kind of led into what I was going to end up talking to you about. So I don't think that God makes any mistakes. I think, this all played out. I think it was rather interesting the way it played out. I was thinking to myself, well, why would they ask me to be the one to speak to you, saying that my family had only been in Bowens for less than a year? So I asked them, usually if you have a special program at church, anniversary, Men's Day, Women's Day, the church will usually go out and find somebody to bring into the church to be a guest speaker. So I said, well, when you usually go out and find somebody to bring in. So they said, well, yeah, sometimes, but why go out and find somebody if you don't have to? Well, okay. Nothing I can say. They said, well, don't say anything, just act like, you didn't know, because they'll tell you more about it, or Miss Williams will tell you more about it when she sees you tomorrow. Being president of the United Methodist Women and the head of the program. So I said, well, do you even know what the theme is for the program? So that maybe if I decided to tell her yes, at least I would know what I might talk about. They said they weren't sure, they didn't know. I said, well, I'll think about it. Okay. So, I went back home and I told my husband, so he said, well, I can't really make the decision for you. You have to decide for yourself, if you're going to do it or not. So, by this time, some of the kids had started showing up for the festival, so it kind of died out. I went ahead and started doing something else. I kind of got out of it, at least for the moment. So